Also, good morning to you. It's exactly 20 to 9 on Manx Radio. A few of you have been asking about the latest figures here on the island. So the last update we had, which was yesterday afternoon at 10 to 5, on the government website, they say in the Isle of Man there have been 42 concluded tests for coronavirus and still no confirmed cases. So with all the talk this morning, really important to reiterate that at the moment, 42 concluded tests, still 0 confirmed cases, and the government did say yesterday that they will now be updating those figures 7 days a week. Some of you asking about the parish walk as well. Of course, that's due to go ahead in June. The organisers said on Facebook last night that they are currently reviewing the situation. They'll make an announcement in due course. And on the text, somebody saying you just played an advert for the Easter Festival of Plays, as you mentioned, Rhian. The Villa Gaiety are reviewing all shows, and we believe an announcement is due from them later today. So as soon as we get any of that information, we'll bring it straight to you. But now let's have a bit of a dig around the news. And Sean, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Arnie's getting involved in coronavirus, I believe.
He is. He himself is self-isolating at the moment and has put a video on social media showing how he's been going about his day, relaxing at his dining table with his miniature donkey Whiskey and miniature pony Lulu.
Right.
I've seen this.
It's amazing,
It's adorable.
Isn't it? But yeah, he's just showing how he's going about his tasks. He's 72.
Is he really?
Arnie,
Wow.
so he's considered high risk.
Yeah.
So he's keeping himself out of public gatherings, keeping himself safe, and offering advice as well. So this comes after last week he did a tutorial on hand washing, which also starred his Yorkshire Terrier Cherry. And he says he washes his hands at least 50 times a day.
Wow, that's pretty good.
So
I mean,
Nice, thorough.
I wonder how many times that we are washing our hands, because I certainly am doing it way
Might
more.
start counting for a day, actually.
50 times a day is, more than twice an hour every hour of the day, not just the hours you're awake.
Fast maths, Sean.
Yeah.
She's good, better than I am, definitely.
Yeah,
that's for sure. She'll beat me a countdown. Right, let's do that today then. Let's see how many times. I think I've done it several times already this morning. So maybe before we go on air tomorrow at 7:30, let's keep a count, all of us, and we can see where we're at. But the good old Arnie, if anyone's going to sort of reassure you, he will.
So yeah, if you need tips on keeping things interesting during self-isolation, that's the place to go. Have a look at Arnie's Twitter.
I saw on Facebook before somebody was saying, actually, we should treat it like Christmas, put the tree and the decorations up.
That's a fab idea.
There we go, get as much food in as you can, obviously without panic buying, and also get binge watching Netflix and all those box sets and that kind of thing. So there we go. You know, Christmas lights actually to sort of brighten proceedings, not a bad thing, but at least the days are stretching out, aren't they, at the moment? We've got
it's really bizarre seeing it this light, so early.
Just over 12 hours of daylight now, just a minute over 12 hours of daylight. Rhian, what have you got for us?
I've just got a quick thing before I get to mine. So I saw on Twitter that Chicago Aquarium has closed because of the coronavirus. So staff are just letting the penguins run around and look at the other the fish, basically, which I think is really sweet. So
penguins are taking over Chicago.
Yeah,
love it.
It's like Madagascar. Anyway, so also kind of coronavirus related, but kind of not. It's Women's History Month from the 1st of March to the 31st of March. And I guess if you're going to be self-isolated, people are talking about, reading more and watching more films. So this article I read has basically recommended some ideal films on Netflix to watch to celebrate Women's History Month. And they're all written and directed by women. So you've got Miss Americana, which is the documentary about Taylor Swift. I did watch this one. It wasn't massively for me, but still worth a watch, because it's always interesting just seeing what
sort of
celebrities that big
behind the scenes skeet. We all love a bit of that.
Exactly. Knock Down the House, which is a documentary about 4 women running for Congress dealing with obviously Trump's reign. Wine Country is a comedy directed by Amy Poehler. Someone Great is a drama comedy. I actually watched that the other day. That's a lovely film. And then you've got Bird Box, which is the horror with Sandra Bullock, and you have to avoid monsters by not looking at them. So.
And again, it's as cheesy as heck. But what about Mamma Mia, which has got
all
female leads, female director, female producer, female writer?
Yeah.
You know, actually, we need a bit of ABBA, I think.
I definitely agree with that bit.
I think if anything, I know it's so corny, but I just think maybe
corny
that's
is good in this sort of time.
Something to lift you up. And just finally from me on that note, if you want a bit of light relief on the box, Neighbours this week celebrates its 35th anniversary.
Big anniversary.
Oh, it's still going strong on Channel 5. A lot of people say, is Neighbours still on? It is at Channel 5 all this week. 2 episodes a day. The one at lunchtime and tea time, but a special late night. Endgame is what it's being dubbed as.
I saw the advert for this and was terrified.
Oh, yeah.
It's really sinister looking.
Evil Finn Kelly is back, but there's loads of returnees. Des Clark is back. Des was a huge character in the 80s. Plain Jane's Super Brain is there as well. And loads of returnees from over the years. So if you fancy catching that, Channel 5 all this week.